I love cutting the grass every couple of years. Extended the Download Show interview now live. Puff get one call a morning. All you please come at me. That's how you spot the nooks. Let these white people and Jewish people tell you what to do and say. Fuck Diagro and fuck all y'all niggas in advance. Fuck Diagro. What y'all gonna do? Cancel my sneaker deal? Cancel my record deal? Freeze my accounts? Fuck all y'all niggas. Slavery is a choice. I'm speaking my mind now. I ain't editing shit ever. And then there was the I am a Nazi tweet. Kanye West declares himself a Nazi. I spent the entire election cycle with everybody being like, they're gaslighting you. They're gaslighting you. That's not what he said. They're taking it out of context. He meant a bloodbath of the auto industry. And now here we are, 2 weeks in. And Donald Trump is like, yes, we are just going to take over the Middle East. And Kanye West is like, yes, I am a Nazi. So maybe there was a bit of truth behind the whining. But I can't support it. I can't support it because the Democratic Party is in full shambles, showing that they are literally just conniving little thieves. All they're doing right now is complaining about the fact that USAID is gone. And yeah, USAID is gone, or USAID, or USAIDs, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Propaganda wing of the government built by Kennedy is gone. We can't ever win, so that's the final reminder that you need to go and check us out over on X and Rumble. In both of these platforms, we are not only verified, we are not only paying them to be a creator, but we are getting paid as a creator. And our voice is not being stifled at all. Props to Mark Zuckerberg. Ever since saying this whole fact check thing, I've seen an explosion on my Instagram page. Going from about 500 followers for the last 10 years, literally almost 10 years on Instagram, and 500 followers. And then this January, just boom. And now we're almost at about 3,000. So I think that, taking those levers off has done some magic. But again, no monetization from Instagram, Facebook, and it's still like the glitchiest of all the platforms. That is your final reminder to make sure to subscribe to us on Rumble and X, because our show goes live every day at noon to show you the news. And I don't know how long we'll be on YouTube, because, weird things like what just happened and then me just making a joke about it, and then or maybe it's like I said Nazi, or maybe I quoted a black man saying Nigga in a tweet. Maybe it's that. I don't know. But as Kanye would say, I'm Alex R. Wagner. It is February 7th, 2025, and this is No News is News.
Isaac us just don't follow the sky, you know.
The former First Lady, Jill Biden, has spoken out saying she was disappointed in you. Is there any way to patch that up? Have you spoken to the former president?
Well, I certainly hope so. No, I haven't. But the fact is that we're all on a mission for the American people, for America's working families. My whole passion about being in politics is for the children. So what is it that we're doing for the children? I think that it would have been important for the children to not have Donald Trump be president of the United States. And that is... I would take every step necessary to make sure that didn't happen, but it did.
Your question about the Gaza piece, let me go back and say that place right now, and I think the aerial images confirm, is not habitable, not just because of the destruction due to the conflict and the fact that the Hamas cowards hide underground, but also because there are unexploded munitions, there are all kinds of weapons, including Hamas weapons in the location. That all has to be cleaned up. I think President Trump has offered to go in and be a part of that solution, and if some other country is willing to step forward and do it themselves, then that would be great, but no one seems to be rushing forward to do that, and that has to happen. That's the reality.
U.S. aid, $20 million for Iraqi Sesame Street, $2 million for Moroccan pottery classes, $11 million to tell Vietnam to stop burning trash, $27 million to give gift bags to illegals, $27 million, $330 million to help Afghanis grow crops. Crops. I wonder what those crops are. What's their biggest crop, Brett?
It's going to be the poppy seeds for bagels, I'm thinking.
$200 million on an unused Afghani dam, $250 million on an unused Afghani road. This is wild. Like, who's paying for these fact checkers? Who's behind the scenes? What is the it should be very transparent. How did you determine whether or not this was true or false? You know, because there are a lot of things that get said. Like, I don't know if you saw this, but Elizabeth Warren got confronted, and it's on Twitter this morning. She got confronted about the amount of money that she's received from pharmaceutical drug companies. She said she's never received any money from pharmaceutical drug companies and never received any monies from any PACs. And then, of course, underneath it, Community Notes strikes again. And, of course, she received millions.
Yeah.
She's a fucking liar.
Yes, so this is a 19-year-old high school graduate who has used the unfortunate nickname Big Balls online. So that would be one way that we could refer to him. He is now working at Musk's behest inside Doge. And we looked into his background. And so we found, several notable things, Aaron, one of which is that this individual has founded multiple companies, including one with another unfortunate name, Tesla.Sexy LLC. Which he established in 2021. He would have been around 16 years old. Now, this LLC controls dozens of web domains.
Because I've been a football fan for a long, long time. I mean, I remember back when the Cowboys was good. I remember back when the Chiefs was bad. And I remember, what was it? Bill Belichick's girlfriend wasn't even born yet.
My plans are to be in touch with my community, to be in touch with the leaders and figure out what I can do to support them.
Does seeing this change the way you think about the question of whether to run for governor?
I am here and would be here regardless of the office I hold because it is the right thing to do, which is to show up in your community and thank the folks who are on the ground.
I walked in. We were at least allowed to walk into that lobby, not stopped outside like this.
It's no difference. I mean, you'd be stopped at the visitor's desk.
We're trying to stop
I'm doing that in advance.
No.
Why are you doing that?
We're allowed to go to the visitor's
We've got 100
desk.
people out here.
We're trying to save members of Congress. These are members of Congress.
We're trying to save your job. You won't have a job if we don't help you. You won't have any place to send your kids.
We're here speaking for a ton of kids from coast to coast that deserve a quality public education, and this department should stay open, and we want to share that message.
The leadership department's working to do that.
We're not so sure. That's why we're
here. That's what we want to talk to her about.
Last year, we'd be able to walk in and go to that desk.
I mean, the response I got right here, that doesn't sound like,
Sir.
it's not dangerous.
I'm going to stop you right there. No. I'm going to stop you right there and put it on the record. You did not get a dangerous response
You
here.
tell me to get out of the way?
You did not get a dangerous response here, so I'm not going to let you put that narrative
Don't
out
worry,
there.
he can lie all
I'm
he
not going
wants
to
to.
let you
I'm
put
not
that
saying he
narrative out
wasn't
there. I'm going
moving.
to tell you to
I'm
your
not
face
afraid
that
of
that's a
him. He
lie.
can lie all
We are
he wants
members
to.
of Congress, as she said. What I asked you is, do we need to be on a guest list to be in?
Or somebody coming down to escort
but
you.
there
I don't
was
have
no
either.
danger or threat to you.
Go
So
get
let's just
somebody.
make
Go
sure
get
that is
somebody.
on
We are allowed to go to that desk
There
right
was
there.
no danger to you.
We are allowed to go to that desk right there.
Go get
Like I
somebody
done
to
multiple
escort us.
times in the past years.
Go get
We're allowed
somebody
go that
to escort us in. You know this
The
building.
IT Secretary, Denise Carter.
Yeah, that's who we came to
Or
see. Get someone.
the Chief of Staff.
So what?
I said there's not an exception.
Why
are you not letting us?
Why can't we ask for one? Why can't we go in and
Why
ask
are you
for
doing it in
one?
advance? That's not a thing. I have not seen that.
Why can't we go in and ask for one?
Can you send somebody from the Department of Education, not just a security guard?
I've explained why you're not coming.
Well, are you prepared to stand here for 24 hours with us? Are you prepared to stand here all night if we decide to stay? All right, well, you just stay right there. You just stay and stay.
Why aren't you letting us go to that desk like we were able to do last year?
He's not a U.S. employee.
This is a public institution. So are you not aware of members of Congress and what our responsibilities are?
We trying to save your job.
He's not a federal employee. Just like I'm telling you. Can I see it? Show us your badge again. Let's see.
How do you know who you are?
Turn it around. I can't see it. Can we see your badge? I'm a federal employee.
We're allowed to go to that visitor's desk like we have been allowed to do in past years. We are allowed to go to that visitor's
Now they're
desk.
bringing Department of Homeland Security.
They should come out. They should come out.
Yeah, let them come out. Let them come out.
I know at a minimum.
We have
we are
those
allowed to
too.
go to that visitor's desk.
We have one of those too, just like
At
you.
a minimum.
Why can't we get
He does not have one of those.
We have one of those.
He ain't got one of those.
We're members of Congress. Let us in.
We'd like you to.
We've always been allowed in.
Members of Congress. We want to have a meeting.
Were you told to deny members of Congress entrance into this building, sir?
So there's no meeting.
That's a good question.
Were you told to
Why did
deny
you call
members
the
of Congress
Department of
into this
Homeland
building?
Yeah.
Security? This is absurd.
Were you told to stand here?
Yeah, were you told to deny members of Congress from entering this building?
There's no business purpose to be here, so that's why.
But
Why would they not be here?
There's no business purpose.
We are members of
Can
Congress.
say that with a
Many of us
straight
are on
face.
the Education Committee. How could you say there's no
Are you making a
business?
decision for the Department of Education on your own behalf, or were you told to come out here and block members of Congress?
know that we're here.
Max, ask the question again. That's important.
Were you told, are you making this decision to stand in front of this door on your own behalf, on behalf of the Department of Education, or were you told to come out here and block members of Congress and ride the desk?
my job.
So everybody's
What is that? We're doing our jobs.
We're trying to save your job.
It's a non-responsive.
Show them your ID. Were you told to stand here, or did you decide to stand here and block members of Congress from entering the Department of Education?
to federal buildings.
He's the security contractor.
We're allowed in there.
So a private security contractor.
Do you know who members of Congress are?
Members of
We're all
Congress
members of Congress.
Maybe he doesn't understand. Do you
A private
understand who
security
members of Congress
contractor
are?
is making the decision to block members of Congress from a public access entrance.
I don't think he knows.
You have the
who-
authority
what
as a
Congress
private
is or
security
what we do.
contractor to block members of Congress. That has been knighted and granted to you.
You have to at least let us go to the desk. Yeah.
Sending the goons out.
Oh my, look at that.
Who told
They
you
sending
to
the
do
goons
this?
out.
Open the door.
So do you understand who members of Congress are?
And you don't
Who
care.
are we then?
You don't care.
We have a job to do.
We're not dangerous people. We're not, I don't know, security. There are no thieves and thugs out here. We're members of Congress. We're parents. We're teachers.
There's our ID, right there.
We were elected to do this.
This is our job.
This is our job. We're doing our job.
You're securing this building against who?
Members of Congress.
Who are you
The people.
protecting? in
It's
this?
members of the people's
So
house
this
who
is the
represent the
beginning of
people.
full transparency of this administration.
That's right.
The administration that talked about they're going to open the doors to all of these things and show the American public what is going on. They won't
Transparency.
even open the door to this building, to
Go to the
members of
visitor's
Congress.
desk.
Or
We
anyone.
are not posing any threat here.
Not
We are not
whatsoever.
dangerous people. We have not done
won't even
anything.
let us
We're
talk to
trying
the
to request a meeting, and they won't. They have a private security contractor who, on his own, is making decisions on behalf of the Department of Education.
So Congresswoman Hayes,
At the
what you're saying is
all-access
they allow billionaires and his minions to come in
I don't
to
know
this
who
building.
he is. I don't know who he is, but I know who I am. And I'm a member of Congress with oversight responsibilities trying to request a meeting, and a private security contractor is not allowing me to enter the building.
They allow billionaires to go in this building, but not the people's representatives. They allow billionaires and their cronies to go in, but not. There's a lack of transparency here. The members of Congress, the people's representatives are not allowed in. This is not transparency.
They're locking our kids out. Well, not only are they not letting us in, now they've called the Department of Homeland Security. We are members of Congress here to talk with the Department of Education, and they're treating us.
China is not going to jack up prices because of a 10% tariff in a way that's going to be probably even identifiable in the CPI.
It's not about China jacking
And
up
if the
prices. It's
CPI
American
goes up-
businesses having to pay the duty and having to bear the cost of the tariff. Then they pass it on to consumers. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about. I'll say my point another way. That suppose that you're buying something for $1, and then we say, hey, you got to pay a 10-cent tax, and then if the store charges $1.10, then the person who's buying the stuff from the store pays the 10 cents tax, and if the store charges $1, then the store is only getting 90 cents now. And so the question is, what's going to happen? And the conversation we had before was explaining how we think about those things. And how we think about this thing is that the Chinese are not going to have a much tariff-inclusive higher price. That's what we believe, and that's what we've seen before.
And thus, customers won't be paying $1.10?
Right, they'll be paying $1. And the Chinese will be getting 90 cents.
And-
I mean, obviously, you know,
and
yes.
Okay. I just think there seems to be such squishy language around this that's why I keep pressing on it. If you can be confident and assured,
right? That was pretty direct.
But is the company going to only make 90 then?
Excuse me?
You
No,
said
the person who buys the thing from China, whoever that might be, is going to have a tariff-inclusive price that's very close to the price before the tariff. That's what economic theory predicts. Yes.